Hi Tauruses, welcome back. Part 2. Again, I'm sorry, I can only upload 15 minutes at a time, so otherwise it won't upload and I have to redo the video all over again because I'm not computer savvy. And the whole editing the videos is quite complicated to me. I'll figure it out sometime. I'm probably gonna sign up for a computer course. At least it would be wise to. So, like I was saying about the Two of Wands, it's about a possible partnership and an accomplishment. So it's choosing a path. The only difference with in this card to me is, I don't know if you guys can see it because the lighting is bad. Let's see. You can see a mountain here, and there's a mountain here. So to me, both paths are identical. Like, you got two mooses here. Look up the spiritual meaning of animals too. That has some importance. It could be telling you something. The only difference though is this mountain is closer. So your path, the clear path to see through is less. This one, it's clearer, but you still have that mountain. So the way I interpret that in most readings is you can either climb the mountain now, so face facts now and do what's necessary now, go over that hurdle, or you can prolong doing what's necessary, but then down the road you're still going to have to climb that mountain. And when that happens, the Tower card is usually when it shows up because you didn't do what was necessary. So life will take care of it. It will give you what you need and not what you want. So again, make sure that you guys are focused on your needs. And that's something that for each of you, you're going to have to sit down and give yourself time alone and think about, if you have to write a list, what is it that I need and what is it that I want, and compromise with yourself. And understand what's necessary in your life that needs to change so that life itself doesn't kick in and do it for you. So this is, if this is relationship based, it could be saying, well, you have a Leo or you have a Cancer to choose from for some of you. Which with the Taurus, that's kind of a weird combination. But Saturn's in retrograde, I'm pretty sure, right now. So, you might want to wait till the end of the month. Or it seems like mid-month, you guys are going to be quite clear. And you're going to have the energies in your favor to make the choices, to pick your path. So, in the second week, you're probably going to be in a pause phase wondering about that. Yeah, so if it's based on love, you may have a Cancer and a Leo to choose from. Now, you do, for your next week, the card that's crossing, the Queen of Swords, is the Page of Pentacles, and it came up reversed. So, this could be also about financial. You need to make some necessary financial decisions based on what you need and not what you want. Yeah. And if you do that, it could be warning you because maybe you're going to get some sort of bonus or a big paycheck, and you might feel tempted to splurge because the Temperance card was there, which is telling you to don't emotionally, because sometimes people are emotional shoppers, and sometimes, you know, your passions get carried away with your wants. Like, I want that new dress, I want that new car. This is telling you, because you see the air. There we go. Her hair's blown back. The air is the intellectual mind, which is necessary to make those compromises. You're going to have to be intellectually smart about your decisions this month. Don't let your emotions and your passions drive you. Because, yeah, you might as well climb that mountain now instead of in the long run. Because when the Tower card comes up, that's going to be... for those of you that don't make those rational decisions now, that'll be clarification that you didn't do what was necessary, so life had to do it. And not because to be mean, but because God, spirit, universe, whatever it is that you believe in, loves you and thinks that you're good enough to get what you need to push you forward, and they want to see you succeed, right? Spirits, God, angels, the universe, they want you to succeed. They don't want you to fail, so they'll do what's necessary to push you forward, and it'll be your decision whether you choose to accept it or to give up. And the Ten of Wands here is telling me that you guys have what it takes, so don't give up. So got a little off track there. I'm sorry. I got some Gemini in me, and Geminis can talk a paint off of walls. So next card we have is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is an air sign. So you're talking a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius. And this lady is known as the Queen of Separation. So it's somebody, pardon me, that has suffered and lost a lot, but has gotten through it, and gotten through it with her intellect. And I would not recommend pissing this lady off. So fellas, if this is your wife, and the Page of Pentacles came up, and you're thinking about going out and buying a new car, or buying some major item like tools or a new boy's toy, I don't think she's going to be too happy about it. And with the Queen of Swords, you cannot hide it from her. You cannot lie to this one, and you shouldn't, because the way she gets to the truth is you have no chance. This could also be just saying that you're going to have to get control of these energies. Again, like I said, with the Temperance, it's all about your intellect. That's the Queen of Swords, is intellect. So you're going to have to be quite powerful. And I think it's with financial decisions. Saving for rainy days, like I said earlier. Now, when this Queen comes up in tarot, a lot of people say, you know, it is an air sign. It doesn't have to be an air sign, okay? What it could be saying, and they say it's an older woman too. Again, doesn't have to be. You could be a male, and it's just you're coming from the more compassionate side instead of the stronger side, which is the strength represents a man, compassion represents a woman. And you have to have a lot of strength to show compassion. But the Queen of Swords does not have to be an older lady. It could be a younger female, anywhere from the ages of 20 to let's say 50. It just means that this lady, whatever her sign is, so if it is you, or a man, if you are a man, it just means that in the matters of being intellectually wise, you have mastered that. So you are coming across as a queen in intellect, even though you're an earth sign. Now, what is stumping me is the Page of Pentacles, because you guys are earth. You are grounded. Because it's reverse, I feel like this could be a spouse that's going to make an irresponsible decision financially. Or, if that's not the case, it could be saying that you might, and use your intellect again, going back to the earlier part of that reading, like I said. It could be a child. If you have a child, you're talking a Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo. Or it could be even, again, it goes both ways. It doesn't have to be a child. It could be somebody older. It's just they're coming across as a page in the earth sector. They haven't learned how to materialistically manage their finances. They haven't mastered it. They could be 30 years old and haven't mastered it. So they're acting like a child. And you might have to be the one to give them the harsh reality, the truth of the matter, because the Queen of Swords gives truth. So you might have to be truthful about what's actually happening. Or you might have to be truthful to this child, if the child's acting out. It's a methodical child. It's good news for financial, academic. Maybe you want to go back, you need to go back to school, and you're not being truthful to yourself. You think that you could just do it without gaining that extra knowledge. This could be saying to do things, well, justice is here. the smart way. Because temperance and justice is here, so it could be telling you that you might need to go to school if you are trying to financially start a business for yourself. Don't be foolish. It's better to have too much knowledge than not enough. If this is just focusing on you as an individual, that would be my advice. Doesn't mean I'm right. just my opinion and my advice. You can take it or leave it. Won't offend me any. I come across as the Queen of Swords. I've had a lot of loss and suffering, so that's just me giving you my 2 cents. I've also come across as the Page of Pentacles, so yeah, through trial and error we learn. So your next card we have is the Five of Pentacles. Now, the Five of Pentacles is about hard times, financially. It's temporary hardship, guard against loss. Now, I've also seen this card come up with people who have lost their spouses, that have been deceased. And the man came across as the spirit coming through, where it was a message to them, telling them something. When this card came up, it was like the people were this child and mother, and this is in spirit. They're trying to bring a message forth to you, and if that's the case, for those of you that do have a deceased loved one that you think about quite often, and you're concerned about the loss and hardship, the Justice card is coming here, telling me that that in these spirits or whoever it is wants you to be aware that justice is going to be served. All will be well. Not to be blocking yourself, because you guys have a lot happening, and when you go through a lot of hardship, it can be hard to accept the positive because it's just not familiar to you. It's change, it's different. You're so used to being in this uncertainty state, maybe, that when positive things happen, you're just thinking that, okay, wait, something's got to go wrong. And if you expect it, it will happen. But if you change your mindset to start thinking about the positive and not the negative, you would be surprised at what starts to flow into your life. It's because you're accepting who you are and your circumstances for what they are. And then you can get to the truth of the matter and apply yourself financially. This is warning me about finances for some of you guys. That you do have what it takes to get to this Nine of Pentacles, to be successful, to be a CEO of a company. You guys have that ability. Just Tauruses, you guys are stubborn. So what I mean by stubborn is that you could be very fixed in your ways. And like in this situation where it's saying, go back to school for some of you, if you've been considering it, and you're like, no, I can just go and do it anyways. You're being stubborn. Why won't you go back to school? It doesn't hurt to get too much knowledge. It's better to have too much than not enough. This could also be telling you to look at the matters of, you do have positive coming into your life, so learn to let go of the loss mentality, And again, if this is coming through for a spirit of a loved one, a husband that you've lost, he's telling you that he's here, he's with you. If you see, let's try to get to this. The light is shining through. He's humble. He's got his hat off. He's watching you. He's guiding you. There's a flower here. And if this is about finances, don't worry. Justice will be done. You will get what's deserved to you. If it's not in a material sense, it will be karmically justified. This could be a Libra too. Maybe you have a Libra that's in your life, or maybe it was a Libra that left your life, but they are with you in spirit, if that's the case. You guys do have a positive reading. The only thing that's coming through strong in your reading is don't be stubborn. Really look at things and be the Queen of Swords or the King of Swords. honestly look at it at an intellectual level and compromise with yourself, okay? Hopefully this helped, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.